Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really zeroing in on something pretty important if you're using large language models.
Yeah, absolutely. We're talking about prompts.
Exactly. How to write prompts that actually work. Getting beyond just asking simple questions and really tapping into what these AI systems can do.
Right. It's not just about getting some answer, is it? It's about getting the right one, the useful one, and, well, not wasting time.
For sure.
So our focus today, it's drawn from this set of 17 principles, really, golden rules, you could say, for prompt writing. Stuff designed to take you from just guessing to being, well, strategic.
Strategic. I like that. So we've kind of gathered these best practices for things like GPT, and our mission today isn't just to list them off, right?
No, definitely not.
We want to dig into why they work, the thinking behind them, and, how you can actually use them together to get those really good insights, those aha moments from the AI.
Okay, so let's jump right in. The real foundation here, it's all about clarity, right?
Clarity, yeah.
Rule one is basically state your goal clearly. Sounds simple, maybe.
It's obvious, but I guess it's easy to mess up. We've all been there. You ask something and get back, well, something else entirely.
Exactly.
So how does stating the goal up front really fix that?
Well, you got to think like the AI for a second. It's wading through language, trying to figure out what you actually want. A fuzzy goal.
Right.
It's like sending it fishing in this huge ocean, but, with no idea what fish to catch.
Ah, okay.
But if you say, hey, I need a summary of this article, or give me marketing slogans for this product, or even explain this process step by step.
You give it a target.
Precisely. A clear target. It just makes everything way more efficient right from the get-go. Avoids that whole wild goose chase.
Makes sense. Optimize the AI's effort towards your need. Okay, so rule 2 kind of builds on that.
Yeah.
Set the format. Why is telling it how you want the answer back so useful?
Because it turns, just raw data dump into something you can actually use straight away. Like, imagine asking it to compare two, say, marketing plans. If you don't specify, you might just get walls of text.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
But if you say, put it in a table, columns for target audience, strengths, weaknesses, boom.
Right.
The AI structures it for you. Saves you time, obviously, but it also forces the AI to pull out the key comparison points for that structure. It focuses its search.
Got it. So the AI does the organizing work. Rule 3, then. Assign a role. Tell the AI to act as someone specific. What's the magic behind that?
It's about tapping into the AI's ability to mimic different expertise, different styles. So if you tell it, act as a historian who knows about ancient Rome, it doesn't just pull facts about Rome. It kind of filters them through a historian's perspective.
Huh.
It might consider context more, maybe even adopt a more analytical tone.
Interesting.
Same as you say, act as a software engineer. You'll probably get a more technical, solution-focused answer than just asking a general question. It's like having a whole team of virtual experts on call.
Wow, like switching lenses. Okay, rule 4 is identify the audience. Thinking about who the answer is for, how does that change the prompt?
Well, think about explaining, quantum physics.
Okay, keep it simple for me.
Exactly. If you're explaining it to other physicists, you can use all the jargon, assume they know the basics.
Right.
But if you're explaining it to, say, high school students or just, us, you need simpler words, analogies, focus on the main ideas.
Makes sense.
So telling the AI, the audience, in the prompt, explain this for a general audience or explain this for experts, makes it adjust its language, the complexity, the detail, makes the output actually land with the people reading it.
So it's about making the AI's communication effective for the end user. Then rule 5 in this first batch is give background context. What kind of context helps the most?
Think of it like giving the AI the essential puzzle pieces it needs. If you ask about a specific historical event, just naming it isn't as good as giving the date, maybe the key people involved, what was happening around that time. That context helps it understand the nuances.
Right, avoids it making bad guesses.
Exactly. The more relevant background you feed it, the less it has to assume. Leads to more accurate, more relevant answers tailored to what you actually need to know about that event in your situation.
Okay, that covers setting the stage. Let's move on to crafting prompts that are really clear and focused. Rule number 6, set limits. Things like word count or maybe topics to avoid. Why box the AI in?
Well, it sounds counterintuitive, maybe, but constraints can actually boost creativity or at least efficiency.
How so?
Okay, say you want marketing slogans for a new eco-friendly water bottle.
Yeah.
Ask broadly. You might get hundreds, loads of them too long, or just kind of bland.
Yeah, quantity over quality.
Right. But if you say, give me 5 slogans, maximum 10 words each, focus on refreshing and sustainable and make them sound upbeat.
You're channeling its effort.
Precisely. You focus the generation process. The output is much more likely to be useful straight away. Quality over that random quantity.
That makes a lot of sense, actually, guiding the creativity. Okay, rule 7. Use clear language. Seems basic, but where do people trip up?
Oh, ambiguity is a killer. Jargon, too. We all use shorthand in our fields, right?
Sure.
We assume the AI knows what we mean by, I don't know, the cloud, if you're in tech. But that term can mean different things.
Sure.
So using precise words, spelling things out, avoiding those vague phrases, it just cuts down the risk of the AI going off on a tangent because it misunderstood your intent.
Good point. Rule 8. Include examples. How is showing the AI different from just telling it what you want?
It's like giving it a mini template.
Ah, okay.
If you want, say, a product description written in a certain style, maybe short sentences, active voice giving it a quick example of that style is often way clearer than trying to describe the style in words.
I can see that.
Examples just nail down your expectations, make it concrete, really ups the chances the AI delivers something that looks like what you pictured.
It bypasses any fuzzy descriptions. Rule 9. Define the tone, specifying the emotional feel. How much does that matter?
Oh, hugely. Tone changes everything about how information is received, right?
Definitely. Formal versus casual, totally different vibe.
Exactly. So if you tell the AI be formal or write this in a casual, friendly tone, or even make it sound humorous, it analyzes those key words.
And adjusts its language.
Yeah, it picks different words, sentence structures, maybe even different kinds of examples to match that requested tone. Super important for making sure the output fits the situation. A formal report needs a different feel than, say, a witty tweet. Defining the tone helps the AI nail that.
Subtle, but yeah, powerful. Okay, rule 10, ask for step-by-step. Good for complex stuff, I imagine.
Absolutely. Breaking things down is not just easier for you to digest the info.
Right.
It actually helps the AI structure its own thinking. When you ask for SIEBs, you're basically prompting it to organize the answer logically, sequentially. Makes it much easier to follow, especially if you're learning a procedure or troubleshooting something complex.
Right, guides the output structure again. Okay, shifting gears a bit now towards creativity and reliability. Rule 11, encourage creativity. How do you get an AI to think outside the box?
You kind of have to explicitly ask it.
Just tell it, be creative.
Pretty much. Use phrases like that, be creative, think laterally, generate some novel ideas. Sometimes just giving it a broad problem without too many tight constraints helps too. Let it explore a bit.
Give it some room.
Yeah, give it room. You might be surprised. Sometimes the really interesting ideas come from those less constrained prompts.
Good reminder, it's not just a fact machine. Now, Rule 12 is huge, I think, for trust. Request citations. Why is asking for sources so critical?
Well, we're swimming in information, right?
Yeah.
And AI generates so much content. Knowing where it got its facts from,
Yeah.
that's essential for verification.
Well-
If the AI makes a claim, especially a factual one, asking for the source lets you check it out. Is this based on solid ground? It's just responsible AI use, especially if you're using the info for work or study or anything where accuracy really matters. Helps you sort the good stuff from the, well, maybe hallucinated stuff.
Yeah, grounding the output. Rule 13, define technical terms. Seems straightforward. Avoid confusion.
Exactly that. If you're using jargon or a term that could mean different things in different fields.
Like engagement in marketing versus social media versus engineering.
Perfect example.
Yeah.
Taking a second to define it. When I say engagement, I mean website clicks. Make sure the AI is on the same page as you. Crucial in technical fields, legal stuff, academic work, precision matters.
Got it. Okay, final stretch, optimizing the prompts themselves. Rule 14, be concise. How do you balance being brief with giving enough info?
It's like finding the minimum viable information.
Okay, minimum viable prompt.
Yeah, basically. Cut out the fluff, the extra words, but make sure all the crucial bits, the context, the instructions, the goal are still there. Clear and concise helps the AI focus on what you're really asking. Make every word work for you.
Nice. Rule 15, avoid multiple questions in one go. Focus on one thing at a time. Why split them up?
If you throw like 3 different questions into one prompt, the AI might try to answer all of them, but maybe none of them very well. It might get confused or just skim the surface or even miss one.
Spreads itself too thin.
Right. One clear question per prompt Lets the AI dedicate all its processing power to giving you a really good focused answer on that specific thing. Better quality responses overall.
Makes sense. Rule 16 is about the process. Test and refine. Sounds like prompt writing isn't a one-shot deal.
Oh, rarely.
Yeah.
Especially for complex tasks. Your first try might be okay, but maybe not perfect.
So you tweak it.
Exactly. You experiment. Try phrasing it differently. Add a bit more context. Take some away. Change the role. Adjust the tone. See what the AI gives you back. And refine based on that. It's iterative. You learn what works best for different kinds of requests and honestly, different AI models too.
Right, it's a learning process for the user too. And finally, Rule 17. Provide feedback. Telling the AI how it did. How does that help?
Massively. That feedback is gold for the AI's own learning.
How so?
When you tell it, that was helpful, or that wasn't quite right, I needed X instead, especially if you're specific, you're helping it understand expectations better. That feedback gets looped back into refining the models themselves. So you're not just improving your next result, you're kind of contributing to making the AI better for everyone. It's collaborative, really.
Wow, okay. So we've covered a lot of ground there. 17 principles, basically a toolkit for getting much, much better results from large language models.
Yeah, it really shifts it from just asking questions to actively directing the AI.
It's clear that being thoughtful about how you phrase your request, how you structure it, it's a real skill. It seriously boosts the value you get back.
Totally agree. And these aren't just abstract ideas. They're practical things you can start doing right now to get better insights, more creative ideas.
Yeah.
Just a better partnership with the AI.
So a final thought for everyone listening. Now that you've got these 17 rules in your back pocket, how might you approach your next chat with an AI differently?
Yeah, think about it.
Even applying just one or two, consciously maybe, being super clear on the goal or asking for a specific format, how would that shift things? What new possibilities open up when you refine how you communicate with these incredibly powerful tools? It really could change how you learn, how you create, how you solve problems.